Alright, so this video is going to be focused on the Bone Frog ammo 77 grain 5.56 loading that they have. They're using a 77 grain Barnes match burner bullet, which is pretty unique because most companies now seem to be using the Hornady 77 grain OTM for whatever reason, but Bone Frog's using the Barnes. So the rifle we used has a 16-inch Criterion core barrel. It's a chrome lined 1 8 twist, and it's not a match barrel by any means, but it definitely shoots better than a lot of barrels I've been around. So we shot 3 10-round groups. The first group was 1.2 inches, the second was 1.43, and then our third was 1.2. And after this group, I tried to get it zeroed, so that's why this point of impact is different than this. But so I'm actually really happy with these groups. When you shoot 10-round groups, in my experience, it's really rare that you get 10 rounds that are sub MOA. Like 1 to 1.2 is about the best I really see. And if you're strictly shooting 5-round groups, I'd challenge you to do 10-round groups and see how much they actually open up. In some of my other videos, I've done 5-round groups, like 5 or 6 5-round groups, but in my comments, it seems like people are more interested in 10-round groups. And I do feel like you learn more from 10-round groups, so we're going to continue doing 10-round groups if we're focusing on like the accuracy potential of a rifle or some ammo. So in my opinion, this shot really, really well. Like you can play all these games, especially if you're used to shooting 5-round groups. Like if we exclude that, that turns that 1.2 into like definitely sub MOA. And if we took these 2 away, we had 8 rounds that are sub MOA, and then we took, so I feel like these groups are really, really good. The only thing that kind of concerns me, and this might be something I'm doing, is there's a lot of vertical stringing. Like when I'm seeing like the groups that are tight, they string vertically, so that might be a little bit on me, but I still felt really good about all the trigger presses. So I feel like this is a pretty good representation, at least what my barrel can do with this ammo. So as far as velocities, we got 2689, which for a 16-inch shooting a 77 grain, especially in traditional brass, is pretty fast. But Criterion barrels, like without fail, are always shooting really, really fast. Just as another anecdote, my friend has an 11.5 Criterion and a 14.5 Triarch, and his 11.5 Criterion shoots just as fast as his 14.5 Triarch. And I had a 16-inch Daniel Defense rifle, and all that ammo, it was shooting way slower out of the Daniel Defense than the Criterion. Like we're getting anywhere from like 100 to 150 feet per second with like some heavy 5.56 ammo. But Criterion barrels are a little bit weird, so if you have another 16-inch rifle, don't count on these velocities. I would almost guarantee they'll be slower than any other 16-inch barrel. But the standard deviation over 40 rounds was really good, 15 feet per second, and so I put it in the calculator. We'll have to see how it turns out in real life when we go to the range tomorrow and shoot some distance, but I messed with a 15 feet per second over and under of this average, and your difference at 500 yards is like an inch, just a little bit over an inch, and then at 1,000 yards it's like 6 inches. So this standard deviation is definitely low enough to do whatever you need to do out at distance. And I've got some speeds here for different distances, but it's only going to matter at my elevation. It's going to be different for you, and depending on the day too. But 1,000 yards is looking like 12 mils. We'll figure that out tomorrow. 850, 8.7 mils, 500, 3.3, 300, 1.3. And I'm still barely supersonic at 1,000 yards. So I've already shot this ammo at 1,000 yards in my last video, but we're going to do it again tomorrow and just see how this compares to what we're seeing on paper, because I don't really remember how exactly it was. So yeah, we'll cut to the range footage now. All right, so we're gonna try, we'll do the 1,000 yard first and then work our way back. I'll try 10. Yesterday it was calling for, well, we were in a different spot, but it's saying 12 mils. We'll just start from there. I think it'll probably go down because I don't remember these being 12 mils to 1,000 last time we were here, so. But okay, so there's 12. I really don't like shooting from a table, but this isn't too bad. Okay, so we're level. I'm just gonna hold dead on. Oh. Yep, so we're gonna come down to 11. I didn't see that. We'll do the same hold.
I saw that. So I think we need to aim right here. There we go. I don't know if that one was a hit. All right, so the target at 850 is calling for 8.7, which I don't believe for a second, so we're gonna do, we'll start off at 8. Ooh. This is super uncomfortable. Oh no, I didn't see any splash. Oh, I saw that. Okay, so I might come down clear to 7. Okay, so 7.5. Now we should be good here. There we go. We're gonna do a couple more of those. Okay. That one looks a little different. That's pretty easy. The target is a lot bigger, but the difference between like 850 and 1000 is pretty huge. Like for 5.56 anyway. Let's just do as fast as we can. I'm gonna back out to make sure we didn't. I'm gonna do just my back a little bit. This is really uncomfortable, but I think we should be fine. Okay, I think we hit all those, so that'd be pretty cool. So that was 850. Yeah, I must have the wrong bullet profile or something, because that was 7.5 mils. So we'll take a look at that when we get back. All right, so I got back from the range a little bit ago and was doing editing for the video, and we'll talk about some of the things I noticed. So I definitely had the wrong bullet profile loaded after I just like entered in every dimension manually. It was some other 77 grain bullet that we had in there. So that 1000 yard went from 12 mils to like 10.7, which I don't remember what it was out there, but it was definitely closer to that than 12. 500 went from 3.3 to 2.9. 850, I can't remember what it turned into, but yeah, so I had the wrong bullet profile loaded, and that's why we were so high on the first of every shot. But also, I chronographed the 11.5 inch barrel because a lot of people buy 77 grain stuff as like a short barrel defensive option. And I got 24.33, which is pretty good for an 11.5 shooting 77 grain. So ultimately with this ammo, what I've decided so far, and this is a point in time because like I'm still trying a bunch of ammo, but I've tried a whole lot of 5.56 match ammo. And I think for the money so far, this is one that can't be beat for a lot of reasons, not just like the performance that we've seen, but like the consistency. So I'll give you an example. So IMI, I did my video on IMI, and it was the brown box IMI. It was shooting kind of slow, but shoot like insanely good out of my Daniel Defense, like the best I've ever shot, 77 grain. And then so I bought some more in the store a few months later, and that bullet had a cannelure, which the ones I bought online didn't. That ammo was shooting way faster than the one I bought online too, but it said it was the same thing, so that's a little weird. And then they've got their green box, which I've heard shoots a little different too. So that consistency is kind of
questionable at best. AAC is sort of this, not even sort of the same. AAC is terrible, like with their quality control and just changing stuff, and I would just avoid AAC at this point until they can get their act together. Again, this is like a point in time, like hopefully they can get their stuff together. And then Black Hills is more expensive than Bone Frog, shoots about the same, but it's way slower, so I would avoid Black Hills at this point too. Phantom Defense, you definitely get a performance increase, and like I'm, you know, a little biased, but like you definitely get a performance increase because I'm getting about 28.50 from a 16-inch barrel. So, but you do pay for it. It's like $1. It's over $1 a round, where the Bone Frog stuff is under $1 a round. It's like 47 bucks for a box of 50. So. But every time I've bought Bone Frog over the past couple months, it's been, like I've gotten different lot numbers and everything, but it's always shooting good, it ships fast, it's always in stock. So I think you should definitely at the very least give it a try, but so far it's one of my favorite 77 grain loadings. And another thing, when you go on their website, it initially looks like they just are selling it in 500 round, like all they sell is 500 round units, but if you click on it, you can select 50 round units. But I know that kind of initially scared me away, and then a couple other people I know, like, because you're scrolling and it says 500 rounds until you click on it, then you can change it. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, definitely buy some of this ammo, try it out. Let me know what you think in the comments. If there's any ammo you want me to try that I haven't already tried, let me know. I've tried quite a bit, but I don't make videos on everything. If the ammo just sucks, I don't really want to make a video on it. But yeah, just let me know what other ammo you'd like me to try. So thank you.